Hello to everyone, I hope this channel find you well. If you are new to this channel, please right now click the subscribe button.
Since I am recording, once more I will say good morning to everyone. Previous session or previous lecture, we work on a database. I just give you a brief information about the database. Of course, it was somehow comprehensive. I gave you the whole concept of the database, how databases work, not only in a GIS, let's say, world, in a very broad way. For instance, how in a country work, how in an education system work, or how in another place could be work. And you need to be aware about it. Don't memorize anything, just be aware how the system is work. But as I told you previous session, and also I'm emphasizing it in this session, we need this information. We need to know about the data type. We have this, let's say, 6 different type of the data. Actually, there are sometimes 7 and 8. The number 7 is for a Boolean. Boolean, it's a 0 or 1, yes or no. For the things that we have only, let's say, either one choice, you should choose or you shouldn't choose. Yes, no, open, close. This is a Boolean. Or day, night. We have only one choice. Okay, 0, 1, on, off. Yes, no. This is a Boolean. If you have this kind of data, we call it Boolean, but we don't use it. I don't want to go into it. And we have also a data, not a date. Data. Data, it could be a picture, it could be a video, it could be a sound, it could be any sort of data. You can upload it. So these are the other 2, but we use this one. You don't need to memorize it. I'm not memorize it either, because it is aimless. And if you just search it, or if you just Google it, it is come in front of you. You don't need to memorize it. Just be aware. Just be aware what is a short integer, what is a long integer, and why we use a different type. We need to store our data accordingly, and we need to be first understand what is our data type. For instance, what type of number is this a big huge number? Is this 2-digit number, 3-digit number, or is this like a 9 or 10-digit number? Is it include a decimal? Is it not? Big amount of decimal, small amount of the decimal. Do we have a text inside of it? I mean, in terms of the text, I mean character, any sort of character. It could be parentheses, percentages, any character from the ASCII code. Even number also could be a character, but if you consider them as a character, you cannot able to perform a mathematical, let's say, application or mathematical process on it. For instance, if you choose a number, let's say 21, or any number, if you choose it as a text, of course you are able to store it. But later, if you want to multiply this number, or if you want to add some other number to it, it is not possible. You cannot do it. Okay, so you need to be aware about these things. In this course, we are mainly keep in a short integer and double precision. Double precision, maybe, which most of the time, not maybe, all the time actually, we use it for a very precise calculation. What is the precise calculation? For instance, area. We need an exact area value, or we want to find the price of the land. So these are very precise data. So we need use a double. But short integer, for instance, we want to keep the building number. So building number are specific number. It's never pass more than 32,000 something. Most of the time, as far as I know, I don't know, maybe some building we have it, I don't know, but I don't think so. But building number always, it's like 100, 121, number 18, number 19, or apartment number. So we can use this one, or building floor, number of the building floor, or building height. So for this purpose, we could able to keep it as a short integer. And one more things for reminding you, we also use this let's say syntax. During this course, two things for us important during this lecture. First, just aware about the data type. Emphasize that you don't need to memorize, just be aware where we use it and how we use it. I will going to show you. And second thing, this syntax. This syntax, I try to make it simple for you, including a select. You know, select, it's a very famous things. You don't need even to memorize. It means that choose. You need to know select. Attribute, you don't need to be memorize it, because attribute inside a table, you will see it, what are the attributes, and of course you know it from the first lecture. From which table, again, you will see it, and your condition. So we have select from where is our condition. Now I'm going to our GIS, to our, let's say, lecture. I just open it from before, but let's also close it once more. This is our example number 3. You are able to download it from the staff website, and I'm just going to add it to my ArcGIS canvases. Yes, I'm just hit add data. After add data, you need to make a connection folder. You remember from previous course, you need to just make a folder connection through this icon. But since I have it already, it doesn't make any sense for us by creating a new folder connections. Will be same thing. You need to address it. It's on my desktop. It's example 3. I'm hit OK. It is appear here. I have 2 shapefile. One of them is a polygon, which is a parcel. The other one is a wall, which is a polyline or line. I'm hit add, and it will be add to my let's say GIS. From the assignment, you remember that you are able to classify them. I'm just quickly give some classification. So we are just use a category or qualitative classification. I have a structure. I said add all value. Bad, good, open a space, very good, very bad. They are appear. I'm hit OK. If you just look at here, I'm just close it, but let's open it once more. They tell you also how many number you have. For instance, 296 are bad, 372 are good, or 147 piece of the parcel are open space. So where is this data coming? these data store inside the database. If you just go to the attribute table with use of the T also, you will see that we have a table with a 3 field. If you remember, we said that these are a field from previous session, and these are the, let's say, horizontal one are our record. If we just quickly look, we have 987 record, and right now I'm just choose 16 of them. I'm select 16 of them which are here. You see, 16 is select over out of 987. So you are able to filter it. Just show the selected record in this way, or you can also show whole the record by choose the, let's say, other icon. Okay, this is the first thing we need to remember. With this one, if you remember at the maybe first lecture, I will going to tell you what is this select feature or clear select. I didn't tell you that time. Now I will going to tell you. Right now I am just select some of this parcel. I just choose 16 of them. If I just say clear selected, they will disappear. Or I am able to choose with this one. We have a different selection of such as polygon, circle, rectangle, lasso. So if I am choose some of them, for instance, right now I choose this. 5 out of the 987 will be choose. So in order to see them, I need to filter them in my data set until they are appear. So you see, I am just choose now almost 4 open space and 1 good parcel, which is in the center. I'm again deselect them. So since it is deselect, nothing show, I need to choose this one. If you remember, we talked about the FIID, and I will tell you that we have a, I will tell you that later. I'm going to tell you what is FID. FID means field ID. You remember from this lecture, I will tell you that each record have a very unique ID. For instance, a student's ID is their student number. So same thing valid also here. We have a field ID. Our field, each of our record have a unique number, which is start most of the time from the 0. Okay, and it could be add if we add a new record, so it will be increased automatically. You don't need to do anything else. What is the shape? This is a store the shape of our file. Our shape is polygon. Okay, for instance, if I am go to the other table, which is belong to the wall, we have let's say 6 pieces of the polyline. They are polyline. They have a Z and they have an M value. What is Z and what is M, I will tell you in a coordinate and projection course, but they are about the height. Okay, they are about the height very briefly. So I'm just hit close here. Let's open again a parcel attribute table. Here we are. Imagine you are architecture, actually you are architecture, you want to find how many, let's say, good parcel available here. Of course, one solution is make from a classification, go to look from a classification how many parcel you have. This is one logic, but sometimes you need to do it very quickly. For this purpose, you need to go this selection. If you remember, it said that we have a syntax called select. You need to go and find the selection syntax. We have select by attribute and by location. We are going to work with select by attribute, same as here. Select attribute. I will tell you later what is select by location. So you see here, this is our formula. The formula says select from which table and where. What is our condition? So we want to check how many good parcel we have. First, we need to understand good parcel located on which table. So the good parcel, of course, located in a parcel. I need to change my table or my layer from a wall to the parcel. I'm hit OK. You will see that this coming. It say that select from a parcel. Select star means select everything. You could also do here, instead of first name, last name, you are able to say select everything by put a star. Then everything appear. Okay, this is also possible. We said that select everything we have from a parcel table where. What is the where? We need to give a condition. You remember here, for instance, we said that where CGPA is bigger than 3. It's looking all students, those who have a CGPA more than 3 by checking this field. Now we will say that select everything from a parcel where a structure equal to good. You remember I told you that if you use a character, you need to define the character with a quotation. In ArcGIS, some place it's a double quotation, some place is a single quotation. Okay, the quotation, when we want to find the character, we use a quotation in order to address to the computer our character start from, let's say, this capital C and finish on the L. Okay, if you put, for instance, one space there, they cannot find it for you, because when a computer check, said that there is no let's say a civil plus a space character in this table. So you need to be very aware about of it. Even if your C right now is capital, if it is a small letter, again they cannot find it for you, because in an ASCII table, if you check ASCII table, maybe you know it from introduction to the computer course I take 195 I don't know. Anyway, you know that each character have a specific code for itself. So capital C is different than a small c letter. So you need to be aware about this. As I told you, I need to use a quotation. In a GIS, in this part, they use a single quotation. In order to be sure, I could say verify. They said that expression is successfully verified. So if I hit apply, you will see that 372 good parcel selected for me. Also from here you will see all the good parcel it choose for me. If I put a space, still it seems that they are selected for me. You see, if I put a space, there is no record return to me, okay, because my expression is wrong. Or if I am not put it inside the quotation, again said nothing available here. Okay, so be aware about it. I need to put it inside the quotation in order to get my result. Otherwise, the result did not coming back. Let's wait for a few seconds. My computer become freezing. Okay, they said that the syntax is wrong because I didn't close it, so I need to close it. Now, you want to know that how many of them are good and how many of them is very good. So you need to extend your, let's say, syntax. This time, you will say, like an English expression, you will say, select all from parcel where a structure equal to good, or a structure again equal to, let's say, very good. I will apply, and you will see that the very good parcel not selected, definitely because I use a small letter. I need to make them big. Now you will see that they are 400. So it's find all the parcel which have a very good and good, let's say, character. They have a very good and a good character. So if I am filter it, you will see that only good and very good inside my list. So let's do it like this. Now, another important things here. First of all, is there any question right this moment? Anything up to this second? We have also Celine and we have Ahmed too. Any question up to moment? Up to this moment, I mean.
No, it's all clear.
It is clear. So I am now continue to something much more interesting. Let's deselect my, let's say, document. We want now to calculate the area of the parcel. You want to know the area of the parcel. It is important for us to know what is the area of parcel. For this purpose, actually, as you can see, we don't have any field right now here. I need to add some field by going to this button and choose add field. First of all, we need to give a name to our field. Our field, we call it, let's say, area. Yes, I'm just call my field area. Try to keep it meaningful. Okay, sometimes I saw a student just put some arbitrary number like this. So later you will have a problem to find your data. So please keep it meaningful. Now, another important thing is the type of data. As you can see, same table, same data table appear for you from here. You will see short integer, long integer, float, double text, and date. Same thing is here. You remember at the beginning of lecture I tell you that for area, since precision is important for us, the amount of accuracy, we need to choose a double. Okay, I'm just hit. Let's also give a D here, area with double. Okay, I'm just hit OK. Area with a double appear for me. Of course, from here, if you just go from a property, you are able to check the data type which are assigned to our, let's say, field. And as you can see, area double now also integrate to my attribute. So as you can see, it is a double, and of course it is a number. I need to calculate the area. Here there is a calculate geometry. As you can see, if you just right click, say a calculate geometry. If you choose calculate geometry, you will see that we have a different bunch of property. For instance, area, perimeter, 3D perimeter, mean Z of the geometry, max Z of geometry. These are mainly other calculation for a different purpose. But we choose area. What is this? This is about the coordinate and projection. I will tell you what is it in a by coming lecture. But just right now, keep as it is. Don't touch it. And we need to choose a unit. We have a different bunch of the unit, acres, we have a hectares, a square decimal, a square kilometer, meter, miles. So we choose a square meter. This is a square meter and I am hit OK. They ask me to confirm. I will confirm the process. You see all the area with a high amount of precision calculate for me right here. Okay, let's also make another one. Let's say area. This one I choose, this time I choose a short integer. I want to show what is the difference between them. Let's wait a while until it's added to my table. Yes, the second area add to my let's say table. Oh, my ArcGIS, it's totally done. I need to reopen it. Okay, it's open again. We shouldn't be worried because our data is stored there, our, let's say, field. And I will be able to continue. As you can see, my process was be here. So from here, let's also delete this one. For get rid of the field, you are able to choose it and right click on it, and then choose easily delete a field, and it's disappear. Because I want to make let's say short integer. Okay, area short integer. I want to make it like this. It is coming here. Now let's calculate geometry for area of these things. Again, we choose it area square meter, and I am hit OK. You will see the difference. You see what is the difference now? We do not have any precision. So this is important for us. If you choose a short integer or if you choose a double, these are the difference between it. So you need to be aware about this. Now, as I told you, I'm going to find all the good parcel with a, let's say, area of the 150 meter. Okay. You need to first choose your target layer or target table, which is a parcel. My syntax is select everything from a parcel where my condition is a structure equal. If you remember, I said good parcel. Okay. And I have another condition, which my area, I choose the area double DO, bigger than let's say we said that what is our condition? We want to find all the parcel with the area of the at least 150. Okay, so minimum should be 150. So we want also a bigger than 150. If I just verify it, it is said that it is confirmed. I'm just apply. Let's go and check. As you can see, all the parcel with a good value but bigger than 150, it's appear here. For instance, this one, it is 138. They didn't choose it. Okay, bigger than 150 only choose. You see 140, of course this is very bad. They didn't choose this one. So I am able also to customize my condition. I could say that and area of the double, let's say this time less than 160. So it means that I am choose all the good parcel with the area between 150 and 160. If I apply, only 13 parcel would be appear for me. You will see these 13 parcel have their good structure and their area is between these two amounts. So this is help you to easily find the property that you wish. So this is very important for us, and just you need to have some practice to learn how you are able to use this syntax. The important thing is for ones that have a text value, you need to put it in a quotation like this one. This is a text or a string. Okay, the other one you don't need because they are a number. They are not character. So this is one part of our lecture. Let's go to the next part. Another important things for you as an architect, you need to find a density, population density. What is population density? It tells you that how many people live in a specific amount of the area. So this is one of the important things for urban designer, for an architect and planner. With use of this one, for instance, as you can see this map, it shows you the high dense place of the, for instance, Turkey or in Europe. For instance, the capital city of the Paris, here I think Madrid, they are dark blue. Or here London, because the density of people is too much there. Or here, for instance, the Istanbul have a maximum density in comparison to the other city. For instance, here are very light yellow. It means that we have a less amount of people concentration there. So with density of people, you are able to learn many things. For instance, if the density of the people increase, for instance, in this pandemic situation, in a COVID-19 pandemic, high density area, it means that we have a crowded people. So in getting the virus, or let's say the chance of getting virus, it's increased because people are dense here. Accordingly, the density is very important for you. How you are able to calculate the density? For a density, we have a very simple formula. Of course, in a country scale, as you can see, we choose a kilometer, because country, based on the 1 square of kilometer, we calculate that in 1 square of kilometer how many people live. For instance, here it's something about 11 to 40 people live in this, let's say, 1 square of the kilometer. This is a classification, as you can see here. Now we want to do same thing here for our castle. Of course, as you can see, I don't have here any population value, but I'm going to generate it by my own self. The population, if you remember, it is definitely short integer, especially in this scale. Of course, in a country scale should be a long integer, but here for this scale is a short integer because we don't have much amount of the people. For instance, in a castle, you couldn't be expect that, for instance, 10 million people live. Total Famagusta population is something about 49,000 people, more than enough to use short integer. Okay, of course this is 32,000, it's covered almost 32, but since we are working with a castle, in a castle we are not expect to have that amount of the population, so it is enough for us. Let's call it population. Okay, I just call it as a POP or population. Keep it short integer, hit OK. I just make a one field here, which is, let's say, a population value. This time I'm going to go to the field calculator. In a field calculator, you don't need to use this one, I'm just use it. I try to keep it in a Python. I try to import some random number. Here you don't need it. I'm just trying to code it for a Python. I will add some value random number in a Python. Let's say up to maximum between 0 to, let's say, 5. Okay, let's hit OK to see what is the result. Yeah, as you can see, I just distribute some random number inside the castle. It means that, for instance, let's say in this parcel, 4 people living. Okay, in this parcel, let's say 4 people living, or in this parcel, 5 people living. Just I am do it randomly. Okay, because we don't have a population data set for a castle. I'm just randomly generate some number. Now we want to make a density. As you see here, the density is the number of people divided to the land area. Since my land area is have some precision, but my population is not a continuous data, it's the discrete data, the result definitely is a double value 2. Let's say density. I'm just call it density. Since one value divided to the double value, the result definitely is double. You will see here. So according to formula, we need to divide our number of people to the land area. For this, I need to just write a very easy formula. I'm just go to the field calculator. No need to Python again. I will going to say that very easily. Density, check it here, equal to the number of people, I mean population, hello, are we able to follow?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. I don't need to use the Python anymore. I can put back to the Visual Basic script. It doesn't matter actually. Okay, I'm just repeat it. I'm go to the field calculate, and I don't need to use this one. I get rid of it, and I just keep it as it is. I would say that population density, as you can see here, density equal to population divided by area double. It's very simple, just like in mathematics. This one divided by this one, okay? If I just said, okay, nothing's appear except some very, very small number because my because the value is very small. Of course, the value is very small, so we are not able to calculate this one. Let's keep it in other way. Let's I said that my population is big. Let's say that I have a population between, let's say 100 to, let's say 500. Or let's just add some value to this one. Set population plus 100. Sorry, this is a typical mistake that I do it, and maybe you will do it too. When you perform some calculation, you should be either select all the record or you should be deselect. Otherwise, the performance happen only in one of your record, like this one. You see, this is my mistake from a beginning. So you need to deselect everything from here. This is very important. I just forget it actually. Even now, let's keep it as it is. This is now fine. Okay, my number is small, of course. The result could be small too. I'm just going to calculate once more. I choose field calculator. Yes, I would say that density equal to the population divided by area. You see, this time happened. Previous time I select one of my record. This is mistake that sometime it would be happen. Students also do it. I am also do it. Sometimes I forget I was select something, and this would be happen. Okay, now as you can see, the population density calculate. For instance, here we have a 0 population, so the density also become 0. I'm going to repeat it once more to catch the error, to, let's say, solve the problem. Once more, for a density calculation, here we don't have a population, so I need to do it manually. But in an example that I will going to give you today, you have a population. You don't need to make it by your own self. I'm just randomly create some, let's say, population value. I will set that something between 0 and, say, 6 people maximum could be live in a one house. Here our value is equal to the get random value. Okay, I just make some random population here. Now for a density, I need to make another field, which we call it as, again, density. Since we are going to divide a double value to the short integer, the result definitely is double. I will set OK. For a density calculation, according to the formula, population density, number of people divided to the land. For this purpose, we have a population and we have an area. For area calculation, you remember, I'm just go to the calculate geometry. From here, I choose area square meter, because this is a small area, but for a country, you need to use a square kilometer, like here, as you can see, a square kilometer, or this one, square kilometer. But this is a small area, I use a meter. I'm hit OK. My geometry area calculate. Of course, since I calculated before, nothing this happened here. For a calculation of density, I need to go to the field calculator. In a field calculator, I just keep it easy. When you open a field calculator, you need to write the same formula that we have it here. Number of people located in our population divided by area of the double, which is this one. I am hit. Okay, and all population density appear. Now I am able to make a same classification over there. I'm just go to the property. Since this is a quantitative calculation, I need to go to the quantitative, put density. Let's choose a one fancy ROM. Let's say this one. You will see these small parcel, this very little parcel are red. If we go to the detail, if I'm zoom on it, there are some small parcel which are red. Okay, it means that they have a maximum, let's say, density of the population. So this is about the population density. Of course, for those who wants to go too much in detail, you are able to find some statistic things here. For instance, they tell you we have a 987 data. The minimum density is 0, the maximum is 0.59. What is the mean and what is the standard deviation of it? Same thing for the other. As you can see, the distribution. And we have a maximum population of the 6 and we have a minimum population of the 0. The mean or average is 2.9 and this is the standard deviation of 1.77. So this is about this lecture. Of course, you are able to apply other different classification for population density. For instance, dot density. You will be able to add this dot density and then hit apply OK. In a place that the dot increase, like here, it means that we have too many people living, or in this parcel, for instance, 1 people live. Okay, or in this one is 2 people. It's look like this. So this is a population density. Of course, you are able, if you remember in a classification course, you are able to manipulate this information. You will be able to say, for instance, this one is 5. Of course, now this is because we are working in a very small scale, like a castle, it is not too much meaningful, but in a example that I'm going to give you for your assignment, this would be too much meaningful because you are going to work with a country scale. If there is no question, I will wish you all the best and success for your exam or your other jury. See you after midterm. Be safe. Bye bye.
See you again.
See you. Bye bye. Bye bye.